Integers. I suppose before we talk about adding integers, we should know what an integer is. What is an integer? Wait, Davis, do you know? I asked you to define an integer. It's a highfalutin name for something. Evelyn?
Negative number.
Well, it's negative or positive. Negative and positive, but it's only whole numbers. The integers basically would be everything, that goes from this -4. I guess if we did a number line, let's do a number line. -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the integers. They're only the whole numbers though. You don't have to worry about they go on forever into the direction. And today we're looking at what happens when you add them together. The addition of integers. The addition of integers. For example, what happens if you have positive 8 plus a -5. Positive 8 plus a -5. Okay, and one way to think about it is, there's a few different schools of thought here. If you think about it on a number line, okay, positive numbers move you to the right, and negative numbers move you left. So if you start at a positive 8, let's see, here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You're starting at positive 8, or you could start here and go positive 8 this way. That gets you to here. But negative numbers go backwards that amount. So if you add a -5, you end up going back 1, back 2, back 3, back 4, back 5. You end up right here at 3. Positive 8 plus a -5 gives you 3. Which some people get a little confused because they say, well, 8 and 5 is always 13. Well, not when you're adding negative numbers. It's a little like negative numbers is money that you owe somebody. If you have $8, but you owe somebody $5, you've got to give them the $5 you owe them, and you're going to end up having $3. Or another way to look at it is kind of like this. Plus 8 and -5. I know Mrs. Stone probably talks to you about neutrons, electrons, and protons, or whatever here. If you have 8 pluses, and to that you're combining 5 negatives, a negative and a positive cancel each other out. That crosses off this one with this one. This one crosses with that one, that one with that one, that one with that one, this one with this one. You are left with a balance of 3 positives. So what would happen if you had a -6 plus a -2? Well, if you're doing it on a number line, it would look like this. Okay, here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's -6. This side is 0, -5, -4, -3, -1. What happens with negatives? Which way do we move? I'm right here. I'm going to move which way, right or left? Left. Negatives go left, so this would be -7. This would be -8. Going backwards 2 places from there equals a -8. When you add 2 negatives together, you get a bigger negative. In terms of money, if you owe somebody $6 and then you owe them 2 more dollars, you're going to owe them $8. Or if you look at the negative sign thing we did, you have 6 negatives and you have 2 more negatives. That's a total of 8 negatives. Nothing crosses off because it has to be a plus with a minus. Oh, that's so exciting.
So excited.
How about this one? Sometimes they confuse you by throwing parentheses in here. If you see something that looks like this, +5 plus negative 8. Okay, don't let those parentheses confuse you. They really don't mean anything. We use parentheses for multiplication and addition. They don't change anything. This is the same as positive 5 plus negative 8, which would give you what, by the way? What is a positive 5 and a negative 8? Wait, negative 3. You got 5 pluses. You have 8 negatives. These cross off, this one with this one, and you're left with negative 3. You have $5, you owe somebody $8, you gotta give them the $5 you have, but you're still gonna end up owing them $3. What else did they ask us here? There's no simple ones here. Now, lest that confuses you, what about with subtraction? What about subtraction? You ask. Who's got to ask that? Somebody?
What about subtraction?
So how about this? What if you have a negative 3 minus a negative 4? Evelyn says,
Negative 7.
well, why would that be different than negative 3 plus negative 4? Wouldn't negative 3 plus negative 4 give you negative 7?
2.
So the minus can't be. Brand?
1.
1. Why 1?
Because 3 and then minus negative 4, so it'd be negative 3 would be going up 4.
You're going up for it. How do you know here, children? Well, first of all, you talk about this all the time. There's different ways to think about this too. You talk about this all the time in English class. What happens if you have a double negative?
Positive.
And that's the same thing in math. 2 negatives next to each other, it's like you're taking away a debt. If you take away a debt, you're actually adding something to somebody. But here's what you need to remember. Just remember this. To subtract integers, comma, you add the opposite. Write that down and then we shall talk, because this is a big hitter here. To subtract integers, you actually end up adding the opposite. Okay, so that means this. The negative 3 is going to stay, because it's not the one that's being subtracted, it's just at the beginning. To subtract, you add the opposite. The opposite of negative 4 is plus 4. I'm sorry, I put 5. Plus 4. And a negative 3 plus a positive 4, just like Brant was saying, is 1 plus 1. You have 3 negatives, 4 positives, how they balance out. If you just remember this, you really don't have to think about anything else. How about another one? Plus 8 minus a positive 15. That is the same thing as, first number stays the same, plus 8 plus a negative 15. You add the opposite. Add the opposite. And what is a positive 8 and a negative 15 add together? Carter A. You have 8 positive signs and 15
Negative
negatives.
7.
Yeah, it'll be negative 7. Or what if you have negative 2 minus a negative 4? They do this, negative 2 minus negative 4. Those parentheses, again, don't mean anything. They're just meant to confuse you. Negative 2 minus negative 4 is the same thing as a negative 2 plus a positive 4. Add its opposite. Negative 2 plus 4 is, Tyler?
2.
2. Or positive. How about negative 4 minus a positive 2? Negative 4 minus a positive 2. What is negative 4 minus a positive 2? What does that change to? And again, this is why you write it on your paper. You put that down. This would become negative 4 what? Plus a
-2,
which is, right?
plus, or, like, -6.
-6, yes. You'll hear me say this once in a while, there really is no such thing as subtraction. There's just adding negative numbers. Which means this, you've always been taught 8 minus 5 is 3, right? Well, there's no such thing as subtraction, it is just the same thing as 8 plus a -5. Adding its opposite. Perfect, that's exciting, good. Now, as far as the 100th day party thing goes,